Hello everyone, Casual Boxing Fan here, and I'm just reacting to the fantastic news that I think was leaked yesterday or revealed yesterday that Jose Carlos Ramirez, the WBC Super Lightweight Champion, will be taking on Maurice Hooker, the WBO Super Lightweight Champion, in a unification fight. And this is fantastic news because we want the champions to unify. We want an undisputed champion in each weight class. We want to know who's the best. We don't want to have 4 or 5 champions, and it's so fantastic that these two men are going to make the fight, especially because one's with Eddie Hearn and one's with Top Rank, so it shows that promoters can work together. Deals can be made if the money's right, and it just goes to show there's no excuses for why Crawford can't fight a Spence, or Spence can't fight a Crawford, or Crawford can't fight Garcia or Porter. You know, this goes to show that you can make these deals. They can happen. The fighters have to want it, and if they want it, it will be made. You know, we don't want a situation like we had the other day with Joshua and Ruiz, where now, are we going to get the Joshua Wilder fights? Are we going to get the Joshua Fury fights? It's better to make these fights now than to wait, and we're getting one. So I have no complaints. It's a great fight. Great stylistic matchup. I can't wait to see how this fight plays out. I really like Jose Carlos Ramirez. He's not looked too impressive as the champion. I will admit, he was very impressive in winning the title, but his last performance against Zapata was not the best. However, we'll have to wait and see how he does, because Maurice Hooker is a different fighter. He's not slick. Maurice Hooker's looked good since being the champion. He stopped Alex Acedo, and he just went on and beat Mark Lavia Piera. So that was a good win for him. And all in all, it's a great fight. You know, we want to see unifications. And what's also fantastic is the IBF and the WBA Super Lightweight Champions will unify with Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis fighting later on this year. So by the end of the year or early 2020, we could have an undisputed lightweight champion, which will be fantastic. I feel that times in boxing are changing. I feel that we're having a lot more unifications, a lot more undisputed champions. I feel that people are realizing that boxing, the only way for it to succeed and for it to be mainstream and for it to be successful is if these top fighters, they fight each other and they unify. There's no point putting a bunch of guys in the bottom of the sanctioning bodies in there. There's no point, and we get that quite a lot, where guys are 5th or they're 6th or they're 9th or they're 10th or they're 14th and they're getting title shots. You know, not even the number 1 contenders getting a shot. It's like the guys that are like out of the top 10 a lot of the time. It's ridiculous. But you can't complain when unifications happen. This is fantastic. I would love to have seen Maurice Hooker and Jose Carlos Ramirez in the World Boxing Super Series. Obviously, that didn't happen. It wasn't the way it's meant to be. But hopefully we can get the winner of this fight meet up with the winner of Taylor Prograis and have an undisputed champion, because that's what it's all about. We don't need to be waiting, because when big fights, when we wait for them to happen, they normally don't happen. You know, that's one thing I found out. When you wait for big fights, they normally don't happen. Like, we need to remember with Floyd v. Pacquiao. Pacquiao got stopped. I think he got lost twice before he fought Floyd. You know, that took a lot of shine, in my opinion, off the fight. You know, if they fought in 2010, 2011, off of Pacquiao stopping Cottle, I think it would have been a much better fight. And us as fans need to stop picking sides and just push for the biggest and the best fights. You know, I find a lot of fans, we celebrate too much in the fighters' defeats and celebrate too much in their victories. Listen, at the end of the day, this isn't basketball, this isn't football. We shouldn't be supporting a fighter like they're a team. We should be supporting the sport of boxing so it grows. You know, and this is a move I support. I'm a fan of Jose Carlos Ramirez. I'm a fan of Maurice Hooker. I wish them both the very best and hope it's an amazing fight. I've also heard that Murat Gassiev, obviously the former cruiserweight, will be fighting Joey DeWayco on that card, possibly. I don't know. That's not been confirmed, but that's the rumors, and that's a great fight for me. You know, I've not really seen too much of Joey DeWayco, but I've heard a lot about him. You know, obviously you got the draw with Miller. I've seen a bits of him fight Mansour. Mansour got his eye cut by him. So I know a bit about Joey DeWayco, but I've not seen too much of him. Apparently he's a pretty heavy-handed and he's pretty slick. So I look forward to if that fight happens. All in all, it's good. It's good for boxing. You know, the year's shaping up nicely. This is what we want to see. As for the Jose Carlos Ramirez v Maurice Hooker fight, I'll do a breakdown and a prediction closer to the event. Hopefully I can start getting my predictions right, because I've got a lot wrong so far. But that's the point of boxing. It's better to be proven wrong than to be proven right, in my opinion, about boxing, because it's something you don't expect. And that's why I watch boxing over any other sport, because it's something unexpected is always around the corner. So sometimes you get it wrong, sometimes you get it right. But overall, great fight. Glad Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn could work together. You know, I remember a lot of people were talking about the comments Bob Arum were making about Eddie Hearn, but look how Bob Arum's working with him. It just goes to show that what promoters say, you can't always trust, and too many fans put too much credence into what the promoters say. I think as fans, our main objective shouldn't be gossiping about promoters. It should be focusing on the big fights, and that's what we're getting here. So, thank God we're getting it. It's a fight I didn't think was going to happen, but I'm so happy it is, and I can't wait to see it. I really can't. It's going to be a fantastic fight, I can tell. Both men aren't defensively the greatest, so we know it's going to be a bit of a slugfest, and that's what we're looking to see. Anyway, thank you all for listening. This has been the Casual Boxing Fan.